Welcome back, awesome action toy fans and subscribers. It is Monday, the 1st September 2025, looking at another Joytoy mech, another Joytoy Tyrant mech. This one is 04, just reviewed 03 the other day. The Tyrant mechs are great. They're metal skeletons with plastic armor bolted on top, basically, in terms of toy. High quality, but they are heavy, so shipping is expensive. Very, very nice indeed. So let's have a look. This is a city combat type. On the side, get to see another pic of the mech. Looks pretty good. On the back, we see there, pilot looks pretty cool. I like the look of the 03 pilot because his helmet looks awesome. This one, the head sculpt on this woman looks better than the guy's head sculpt. See the guy again, see he fits in the cockpit. Very, very cool indeed. But it doesn't seem to be anything really different to the 03. Right, I'm going to box and set it up. I'll be back in an instant. Stay tuned. And here is mech and pilot. The mech is pretty much identical to the 03, 02 and 01 version. But you know what? If it's not broken, why fix it? It's a very cool mech. Just different colour scheme and slightly different weapons that it holds. Pilot is different. So first we'll look at accessories. Pilot accessories, all the mech stuff's on it already. So pilot comes with an additional pair of hands. It comes with a left semi-open and a right gripping. Also comes with a pistol. She does have a holster on her right thigh, our left, and a knife. Haven't looked of anywhere for that to go on her yet. And then like a carabiner clip which you can clip onto her and onto her gun. And that's it for accessories. Please consider joining the Patreon, link in the top right of the screen now. You can see all the videos before they're published on YouTube, exclusive content from time to time, and prize draws from time to time too. Okay, so let's bring in the pilot for a close look and articulation, and then we'll do our close look, our detailed look at the mech. So here is the pilot. Get focus there. She's pretty cool. Try and lock that focus. There we go. Gun she holds okay. You see there's the holster for the pistol, which looks like it fits in that way. Which fits in quite nicely. I can't... Oh, there's a place for the knife. Just saw that. So on the other thigh is a place for the knife, which I just saw. Fits in nicely. But these pads keep slipping off. You can take these pads off. If you turn it around, there's one carabiner clip there, which you can, in theory, put a gun into. That kind of works. So I'm not sure why I got the other one for. There's nowhere really to... You could clip on a belt there. Nowhere really on a belt to clip on. You could clip it to that, but then it can be extra long. Yeah, but she's pretty cool. So let's have a look underneath the helmet. It does come off. We did see on the back that there is a unhelmeted head there. It's pretty decent. So we do articulation without the helmet on. So articulation, the scarf's going to impede the neck quite a bit, though, it looks like. There is hardly any forwards backwards. Not really side to side, but she can turn. Shoulders all the way. Lateral raise would depend on where these shoulders pads are, or shoulder pauldron. She gets just over flat. Bicep bend, look at that. That's an amazing bicep bend. Well over 90 degrees. Hand is a joint. You've got to find which way the joint is facing, which I can't see at the moment. But if you can find where the joint is, which way the joint's going, you can articulate. It will move and you can turn it. If there's a trunk separate to waist, you're not going to be able to move that vest on. But a waist is a great forwards, backwards, good side to side, and a good turn. And that's really good movement on that. Can I get this hand to articulate? I cannot see where the joint is on that hand. Anyway, thighs, not bad, all things considered. Forwards is okay, be more of the knife wasn't there. backwards is pretty good. So together she's got a decent front splits going. There's a thigh twist. It's got a double kneecap, even the bulky pads on very nice and tight. Then feet, there's no turn. It's actually a sort of a semi-swivel. Is it? Yeah. I'm going to take that back. There's a sort of turn there. Has the usual swivel. Good tippy toe. A small dorsiflexation, and she's got the toe articulation too. So all in all, decent figure, good articulation, looks good. I prefer the male figure, not because it's male, because the helmet just looks great, but she's decent. I like that. Okay, let's put her to one side, move her. I'll put accessories actually back in this bag. Then what we'll do is we'll take a look at the 04 mech. Now I should put her pistol there too before I lose that, and the knife. They'll often leave them in the actual holsters and sheaths when I got them in the box. Right, okay, so the mech, you can see he can do some dynamic posing. He's balancing on his back foot. He is very cool. Take his gun out of his hand here. It's articulated hand, which you'll see later on. Decent looking gun. You can slide it in and out, can take it off. You can pull out the ammo. And there's a sort of a bullet there, but not painted. If you see a slide on it, you can move it or take it off with the sight there. The handle can move and take off. And you could probably take off some more stuff too, but I'm not going to break my guns. I really do like these mechs. He's got another gun which you can't see from this angle. That's actually on the other side, which you have a clip to help it sort of go in. This is a lot smaller, you can see here, and you can see that there is a shape there which this can slide out of and then put back in that way. It looks like the gun itself might be able to. Yeah, you see the shape there? You can actually take that part downwards. Even though I've never done it before, I know it does. Let's try this off camera for a second. Do you have time for a musical interlude? God, that is a super, there we go. That was super stiff. It was painted shut. But you can see that, yeah, you can slide that out. And you might have another slide somewhere. Yeah, look. This one here can slide upwards. I'm not going to do it, but you can see the actual shape there where the rail is, same as this one. So you can make this gun really small. And I said in the other review of the 03 mech, you can actually customize your guns by mixing and matching if you want. This one seems almost like a las gun with a little power pack there. Okay, for our mech. You can see lots of things going on. You can see the metal skeleton underneath, and the arms and shoulders too. The hands are plastic though. If I turn him round, you can really see the metal in the feet, the metal alloy, and then the metal on the back. Again, these come off, this comes off, these parts come off, and you can take off all the plastic stuff too. You can just clip it back on. So what I'm doing now, I'm quickly going to pose him, or rather stand him up straight again, like he was when I took him out of the box. Oh yeah, these joints are beautifully stiff. When I say beautifully stiff, they're stiff but in a nice way, not a bad way, if that makes sense. You'd be hard pressed to break these joints as they're metal. Right, so he's sort of standing up now. There are minor things I think which could be better with it in terms of design, like this armour things dropping off the plastic parts that you attach. The armour they've got is too high in places, so it impedes in some of the articulation. Even though it's got articulated armour, it still impedes, I think, with articulation at some points. Let's get a look at his back. Okay, so the cockpit has a double open. I tell that lie. Triple opening. You can open from the back here. I kid you not, it does open. It is a bit stiff with the Mechas. I promise you that does open. There we go. So that opens, and in there is space. You see there's a gun stowed just there. The seat does come back. You see the controls in there. You've got a little clip which you can clip this top part here over. Then you actually get opening from the bottom and top as well. So you get double access inside the mech. So let's change the angle a little bit. The nice thing is you can move this screens forwards, the controls move forwards and backwards too. And because the seat can be moved, you've got loads of space to try and fit in your pilot, which I will do now with bulky stuff on. The only thing is the handles don't swing in and out, only forwards backwards. If they swung in and out like on some of the Acid Rain World mechs, it'd be a lot easier to get in. Still, that's easy enough, I can't complain. Just put her in quite poorly, it'll make her hold the handles. Then that will come down first. This one should come in, and there's a little hole it needs to clip into. Just close that one again. And she is in very comfortably. So very easy to put her in the mech. So it is a very nice system they've got, and it does work well. Okay, so now we're going to do articulation. So these parts you attach go left and right, they go up and down, and you can turn from the top. Now that I've shown that, I will take them, oops, wrong place. I will take them off. The nozzle that came off the other side, they do turn because it's just a little hexagonal hole, so they can turn. Take it off too. Then this little eye, that can turn left and right, which you can just about see. There's a little red thing here. This articulates up because it's the clip for the back door. Shoulders all the way around. There's an amazing shoulder rot on this. Articulated pauldrons you can see there, which he needs to because he can't get very far to the side, unfortunately. Does have a nice bicep bend though. Look at that, really, really tight, because there's a double elbow joint. There's no bicep swivel. Then on the hand, it is a joint, so you get wrist like this, and then you've got fingers, which have two joints, one at the top and then one at the bottom. And you have thumb with two joints, top and bottom, and obviously you can twist the hand too. Waist. There is a small turn. That was his other point out, that the little clips here that fit inside, these actually fit inside the gun. So that's a really nice little feature. So you can turn, but bits do get in the way, as you saw. Legs, super good on the sideways, as long as you haven't got those spare ammo plugged into his side, because they do impede, or rather get in the way of articulation. Forwards and backwards is a full splits because there's pretty much nothing to impede. The hips, or there is, but it doesn't really get in the way. There's a thigh twist. Let's take this one off as well. That's what his sidearm was attached to. Your knee bend is not particularly far. Not far. But the foot has ankle's a great downwards action there and forwards action. The feet have individual front and back sideways, but there's no foot turn. So the articulation is actually very good, and I said it's beautifully stiff because it's stiff, but in a very smooth way. And because it's metal, you don't have any fear of breaking the joints. But it's a really, really nice mech. If you've not got a Tyrant mech already, I would recommend one. Let's put him back so we can do a better size measurement. Just quickly pose her standing up. These are big mechs. So in terms of size, she is just around 4 inches, so just over 10 cm with the helmet on. The mech to the very, very top, I'm making about a little bit shy of 13 inches, so around about 32 and a half centimeters. So it is big. So if you want to see how this scales with other figures, let's do some comparisons. So first up, let's get the pilot from the 03 Mecha Tyrant. I think he looks better, but I think her articulation is better because she's less bulky. He's slightly bigger than her, but you know, they do look pretty good. That mech looks massive in comparison. Next up, let's get his namesake, but the 03, the one I reviewed the other day. Again, links will be in the top right if I haven't put them up there already. It's basically the same. Just different colour scheme. I prefer the 03 colour scheme. It looks really cool. In fact, if I move these down a little bit. And then lastly, we've got space. I'll use one of my favourite mechs. It's an older one by Joytoy. One of their first 1/18 scale mechs, and that is the Freeman mech. I've got the blue one. I never got this sand colour one, but I am tempted to pick up another blue one. I think it looks awesome. So this is an early Joytoy 1/18 scale mech. Again, the link will be in the top right. Very cool. Again, these Tyrant mechas have basically you're buying a metal skeleton and it's got the plastic parts to clip on top. They are really, really nice. Very cool. The only thing I think they could do better, apart from putting a foot turn in, is really to give like packs of different parts, armor parts you can buy separately. So you can change the layout, whether they're painted in the same color scheme or a neutral paint itself, and that'd be pretty cool. Because they clip on and they're quite stable and on. It'd be quite nice to keep changing those parts. A nice release by Joytoy. Even though it's basically the same thing as a 03, getting a 04 with different colour scheme, you can never have enough mecha. Having said that, I've sold nearly all of my 125 scale ones from Joytoy. And I'm tempted to sell some of my Tyrant mechs too, because the space is like completely run out here. Very nice release, as I said. I'm just waffling on. Again, if you've not done so already, please consider joining the Patreon. Nice to see everything early, and then occasionally there's prize draws and exclusive content, etc., etc. I will see you in another video soon. Stay happy, keep collecting. Bye-bye.